VCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com.
Kenzie takes a touch. She'll have one shot to the right side, and it's good.
May takes the snap, hands it off to Helton. Similar play, similar result. This time a stiff arm gets Helton free. He's met at the goal line, but he's in.
With numbers, sends it into the circle. O'Donnell to Kylie, shot, score.
Oh, somebody's got to do it. So now the ball through. Benjamin with it. Left foot, right foot is good.
They have cleaned that up over the years a lot. Oh, nice block.
Snap, looks to pass. May rolls to his right, delivers to the end zone. Back in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Welcome to Manchester Memorial High School, where today's matchup between the Bedford Bulldogs and the Bishop Guertin Cardinals in this state semifinal is about to take place. I'm Corey Munzer Tiger, joined in the booth by Lauren Fox. Lauren, you've had a lot of soccer recently.
I have.
What are you expecting from today's matchup, though?
I don't know. I'm getting claustrophobic here in the booth, Corey, because it feels like everybody in the city of Manchester is crammed in. Regardless, the girls last night played a double overtime game, lost on a walk-off corner kick by way of Winnicott. Isla Christie heading it in. That one absolutely brutal for the girls. A lot of tears after that game. This one, the Bedford boys coming off a big win in PKs against Londonderry, one where the Lancers tied it with 15 seconds left, as you saw, on that big bicycle kick, and then Bedford won it in PKs. Tucker Brannigan stoned a couple, and that really was the difference in that one. Now, in the BG versus Hanover match, that one was back and forth, nip and tuck, two very fit teams. Hanover certainly had their opportunities in that game, but BG held them off long enough to win in PKs. So those two teams were very evenly matched. I will say, having seen everybody, I think Bedford is a little bit more skilled. BG has a little bit more in the way of speed, and they're not afraid to put the ball on net and create a little bit of havoc there.
I know you're a huge fan of that penalty kick format to solve a game at the end of regulation and overtime. So hopefully we can square through it without necessarily needing to resort to those measures. The boys Bedford team coming in with the 2 seed here. They are taking on Bishop Guertin with the 3 seed. The boys from Bedford had a 13-0-4 regular season record. I don't have, actually I do. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals were at 14-2-2 in the regular season. So 2 strong teams throughout the regular season. Should be a phenomenal matchup here this afternoon. We are just about ready for kickoff. 40 minutes on the board. We hear the whistle, no kick quite yet, but we are underway very shortly.
And it is, having watched the girls last night, obviously you're talking about 2 games that are played differently. This one a little bit more physical as BG puts it out of bounds on the kickoff, which is kind of an unforced error as things work, Corey.
Yeah, I talked about this with Jay in the last broadcast, that the strategy on kickoffs has changed significantly recently in that we have to see a little poke through from Mirza just a bit behind that back line. So we'll get an offside call on Bedford. BG will restart things.
It wasn't egregious. He just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar a little bit, but you know Ali's going to keep pushing the envelope on that all night, and it's paid off for him on a number of occasions this year. It's like trying to time the gun in a sprint race.
Timing that run is what he's been doing well, fielding those long balls from both the back line and the midfielders. Here a turnover by the Bulldogs as the BG Cardinals will explore that right wing. Deep down in the wing, they'll lose it out of bounds over the touchline for a Bedford throw. that strategy on the kickoff we were discussing, it's changed a little bit. Instead of building from the back, teams are choosing to just kick it out of bounds in the opposing team's territory because they feel they have a better opportunity to win the ball back on a throw-in. Strange.
Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for them.
The women's professional level has resorted to a similar kind of thing, as well as the women's national team. So strategies are changing because of odd rules, and probably all goes back to the sabermetrics kind of thing. So
yeah, it's interesting. You wonder when that gets legislated out of the game. And I guess for posterity's sake, for anybody watching this game on tape delay, you're going to hear us talk a lot more than we would on a typical TV broadcast because we're on radio. We're also going to give the score a lot more. In the case of last night, it was the no score for approximately, 99 minutes worth of soccer.
0-0 here, early going. We're just 2 minutes in. 0-0 is your score. As I said, the Bulldogs and the Cardinals feeling each other out here. The Cardinals have been in the offensive area quite a bit in this first couple of minutes. Throw in on the far sideline, a long one. Hoey gets ahead on it for the Bulldogs. And a good shot here and a goal! An amazing volley from number 21, Anthony Guertin. And off of what looked like a harmless header at the top of the box was just volleyed beautiful over Brannigan's head.
There are certain cardinal rules, not to use a pun on BG's name, but there are certain cardinal rules you must follow. And this goes various sports. In baseball, you want to be strong up the middle. In soccer, you need to get the ball out of the center. And that's regardless. If you're 5 years old, if you're 50 years old, keep the ball out of the center. Bedford did an abysmal job at that and sort of left an open shot, and BG put it into the back of the net, showing the skill for the players on the front line. You're playing with fire if you continue to give a player an opportunity in front of the net. And Evan Hoey, who's been kind of laid up with injury for a bit, came back, and it kind of shows maybe a little bit of rust or a little bit lack of communication on the part of the Bulldogs.
Deep ball here into that right corner, nicely played forward by Liam Ireland as the Cardinals chase it down. And the Bulldogs, now trailing just 2 minutes into this game, are going to be chasing the game for what we can see in the foreseeable future if they can't get it into the offensive end. Bulldogs here step in, take it away. Teixeira now will run onto it. Forward from Mirza, but he is just a half a body offside. He didn't think so, but he was, and he was actually right about where we are, parallel with him on the field, and his body was just a half a body off.
You saw it and I saw it, and that's a situation where Ali had position. He was inside the defender, and so you don't have to be a step ahead. In that situation, you can be even with the defender, pull ahead late once the ball is kicked, effectively boxing somebody out because of where he was.
Especially with the speed of Mirza, he really didn't need to have that extra half step, as he can easily make that up. Whistle was blown, the play was called dead, and the restart by the Cardinals. Bulldogs play it out of their own end, but the Cardinals will have a throw in on the far side.
Actually, it's a Bedford throw. And on the bright side, we don't have to find a million different ways to say nothing today. On the dark side, it is 1-0 BG. And that happened early. That was 2:20 in when that happened. So Bedford playing chase now in an unfamiliar position for them.
Played forward from Mirza. He chips it ahead. It's on. Running onto it. Heavy touch, but the ball is still there. Shot. Oh, a beautiful header and a goal-saving play on that back line. Wow.
That an absolutely brilliant play by both teams. Mirza had the ball a little bit ahead. It was a little of a, I think it was actually Gabe Teixeira, had a little bit too strong of a touch. The keeper came out, couldn't hang on to the ball, and Bedford had a bite at the apple, sent one in the direction of the goal as a corner kick comes, and the keeper Bufter goes high to snatch it out of the air. He's wearing 99 on his back, and right now he looks a lot like Aaron Judge.
Wow. I mean, Bufter came out, challenged that, Got Teixeira with a heavy touch, but on the rebound they had the opportunity, and it was Ireland, I believe, Liam Ireland, with an amazing play, a header on the goal line to get it up and over the crossbar and save what would have been the tying goal just 2 minutes after the Cardinals went ahead.
That was a perfect shot too by the Bulldogs, and I don't know how Ireland got that high to knock it out, but it was an utterly amazing play. I'm looking forward to catching it later.
Near side now. Cardinals settling things down, and here's Ireland serving a long diagonal, looking deep in that right wing for Trenton Cormier.
And we will see Ireland on the back line today, as we saw him in the Hanover game, or at least I saw him going down to Stellos to that one. But he's very energetic. He plays a very good game of chase, catching everybody from behind, but he also can send those crosses through balls. Very effective offensive weapon from the back line for the Cardinals.
Ball trickles out of bounds on the far sideline for a Bishop Guertin throw. Bishop Guertin in their white uniforms this afternoon. The Bulldogs in their black uniforms with red numbers. Near side, shoulder to shoulder, two teams battling there. Looked like
the foul was called on
Lafferty.
Bedford. I'm not sure it was on Lafferty, but Nick Chartier is the one that drew the foul, and that one sort of incidental contact, and it was less about the contact that Lafferty had with him and more about the fact that it just sort of knocked him off balance, but it didn't look like it was anything that would have merited a whistle had Chartier not hit the deck.
Either way, it still looked like they had some pretty even contact just prior to that, and then somewhat unfortunate the whistle blew on that. So Nick Chartier will take the free kick for the Cardinals. A little lefter, outswinger, ticked header just above the crossbar. Another phenomenal opportunity here for the Cardinals, just a bit too high as Ryan Neary got ahead on it.
And the keeper Brannigan came out of the net after one, and it barely missed. I mean, it missed by half a foot, but came out and was signaling to somebody on it. There was something that he was displeased about. I'm unclear what.
Well, probably the forward getting a clean head on it. That's
right,
probably
for real. Like, hey, do your job, possibly.
After it here, a long ball played toward Brannigan. He's at the top of the box, so punch it out and away from the oncoming attacker. And it'll be cleared out on the far sideline. Logan Tennant with the clearance.
And that a perfectly placed ball by BG. They sent it, and it was losing speed right as it got to the 18. Brannigan came out to play it, rightfully so, but couldn't come out of the box to do a whole lot with it and was really exposed at that point. So a great ball from the BG mid to send it in the direction of the Bedford keeper.
Long ball here from that far sideline, and Brannigan ranges out. We'll scoop it up. Evan Hoey now.
Brannigan's busier than a DoorDash driver on Super Bowl Sunday.
Building from the back on the near side, stepping up is Ireland. From his defensive position, plays it forward. Gets tied up in Cardinals' boots. And interrupted and cleared. Ireland looking towards the middle now, interrupted by Santerre. Harrington will play a deep ball, looking for Teixeira. He's onto it, just at the top of the box. One defender to beat, now two. Gets a shot off, saved Bufter. Did well to at least get his foot free. Sent it towards that low left post, but Bufter was there, not quite wide enough to escape his range of catch.
There were three defenders around Gabe Teixeira there, and Bufter did an excellent job of seeing where the defenders were and where the shot could go, and that was where that was the space to which he played. So well done by the keeper, Bufter.
Ireland, another long ball towards Brannigan. He has to step out of his box. Clear it high. 1-0 is your score. The BG Cardinals, 10 minutes into this game, have a 1-goal lead. They scored with just 2 minutes into this game on a marvelous volley from Guertin.
It has been interesting to see how BG is sending balls in toward Tucker Brannigan. They are not sending balls that are line drives. They're sending balls that are hitting and bouncing. And so they have a little bit of arc to them. As that one's stolen, BG on a heater all the way to the keeper with the left foot. A move to the right now inside. The ball on the far side of the 18, and Bedford's going to get in there and clear it. But Ryan Neary did a great job to pick the pocket of the Bedford defender on the near side.
Cleared out of harm's way now, and the Bulldogs will earn a free kick. They restart it and they'll build from the back. Near side, Lafferty now. Plays it forward. Jacobson will clear it out.
Great job by Jacobson to shield the defender and get himself a throw out of that. So Bulldogs still trailing a 1-0, but now have a throw on the near side from about the football 20 with an opportunity to get something done. About 11 minutes gone by here in the first half.
They had that volley on 21, Anthony Corain. I believe it was Josh Corvo with the goal, though. So just clarifying that mistake. Wow, the ball's coming right to us.
And one lucky fan's going to get an NHIAA soccer ball.
You have experience catching a ball from the press box recently.
That I
right?
do, yes.
Right there.
Yep. Off the bat of Jonathan Aranda, came right to me, nestled in my hands like a baby bird.
Nick Chartier will be called for a foul here near side. Hoey will stand over the free kick and try to serve a dangerous ball into the box. Hufter organizes his defense. The Bulldogs gathering on the far side of the 18. Hoey plays it in. A little short, chested down, and then cleared to the near side, not completely out, and now the lefty will clear it. Chartier getting it over the near side touchline. Hoey will take the throw and be forced back about 10 yards closer to midfield as the official adjusts his placement. 3 official crew here. Nice update for this semifinal game. Boys soccer teams have been having 2 official crews for most of the regular season and the early part of the playoffs, as a foul here is called on Trenton Cormier.
Like the different look. Hoey sent it down the line on the near side, and ball headed to the keeper, Bufter, but man, a good look for the Bulldogs on that one.
Dom Urich on the backside, ranging forward from his midfield position. Got a great header on it, forced it down, but Bufter with phenomenal positioning there for the easy stop.
I like what the Bulldogs did on that one. A different look on the kick, sending it up the line to Lafferty, who then sent it in and gave the Bulldogs a great opportunity at a goal there. They're still chasing one, though, 13 minutes into this contest.
Chartier battles forward on the left wing. It does go out of bounds on him. So Bedford will have a throw. Harrington picks it up.
And Chartier hit the deck again, so it almost, you kind of wonder whether he might be having some cleat issues, boot issues, but regardless, that one sent off the backside of Grayson Howley out of bounds, and a throw coming Liam Ireland here on the near side.
Ireland takes a run up, big throw towards the box. Can't make the connection, and Logan Tennant will poke it forward. Teixeira heads it forward for Mirza. Pulls it down, now played up to that left wing. Teixeira is in a battle. He comes down with it. Has it at his feet, waits for some reinforcement, plays it beautifully across. Here's Devin Lafferty, but out of his goal, excuse me, comes Bo Bufter.
Looked like it was going to be a dandy cross, and Bufter came off his line, made the right play there, and intercepted from Lafferty.
Santerre, Jacobson, forward for Teixeira. He knew he was off and didn't play it.
And of course, Bufter's brother is on the Bedford roster as well. Bo has a brother, Jake, number 26, who is a sophomore forward. Not likely to see a ton of time for the Dogs, but an athletic family no less.
Header there from the Cardinals will yield a Bedford throw. Tennant down the line. Missed by Corvo, but played forward now. Teixeira tries to get onto it, but cleared by the BG back line.
If you're BG, the one that you want to key on is the one that everybody wants to key on, number 10, Ollie Mirza, who's a striker for Bedford. The next one up to key on is Gabe Teixeira, but Ollie's got, I believe, north of about 30 goals as Bedford's on a charge up the near side, and a little bit of miscommunication. The ball lost, now sent in the direction of the keeper, Bufter, who's going to come off his line, fielded just inside the 18.
Not a bad play there by Jacobson, looking for a run from that offside. Played the diagonal just a little too forward, so Bufter made easy work of that. Ireland plays it forward for the Cardinals. Lafferty gets taken out from behind, so he'll have a free kick for the Bulldogs.
While they take the kick, we at BCTV and WBNH want to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and Great New Hampshire Restaurants, T-Bones, and the Copper Door.
We appreciate coming to you live this afternoon on WBNH 105.1 Bedford Radio, and as you will see this on tape delay for BCTV channel 8 and 1072 in HD, as well as Nashua ETV channel 22. Forward here, Mirza onto it. Nicely played by Ireland. Mirza and Ireland battling. Bufter comes out and scoops it up. Ireland did a nice job of shielding Mirza off. We are autocasting too on YouTube.
You can watch that on your Roku.
As the Bulldogs play it forward, Jacobson
that was
stuffed
for you,
near
Bill
side. Trenton Cormier, nicely done on the near side. Now earns it back as it ping-pongs around. Lafferty interrupts the Cardinals' opportunity, and now likewise for Trenton Cormier. Ireland tipped forward. Harrington for the Bulldogs. Now coming over, Logan Tennant will clear it out of trouble.
Ireland very useful on the back line. I know I mentioned it before, but he was one that stood out in that Hanover game as just a difference maker with his size. He's not small, and he's good at creating space, but he's also very effective at flipping the field, switching the field, and we've seen that so far tonight.
6'8", 230 on the roster. No, I'm just kidding.
That was a handball.
A little generous, and the handball does get called.
Okay.
Bulldogs with some urgency. Yeah, no, he's not LeBron James size.
That bore resemblance to like Magic Johnson or something like that.
Tennant will play it back for Hoey. Hoey rejoins the Bedford starting lineup after a couple of weeks on the sideline. Jurek will play it forward into the middle. Interrupted there by the Cardinals nicely as they foiled that offensive possession. Forward here for Chartier. And he'll get called for a shoulder-to-shoulder attack.
Just a little aggressive with Grayson Howley on that one. The Bulldogs will have a free kick here from the football 41. It'll be Evan Hoey to take it, but we'll see if he looks to his left and find some help over there with Nick Harrington, or what the option the Bulldogs take are. Everybody else is right around the football 10.
Soft one close to that 18-yard box, headed harmlessly out by the Cardinals D-line. Near side for Alex Haight. Hoey onto it for the Bulldogs. Will turn to his left and the outside, avoiding pressure and earning himself some time. Long ball here now. Teixeira brings it down in traffic. Tips it to his side right. Santerre, now a shot. Hufter snuffs it out. Jacobson was there. Got good wood on it. But again, Bufter was beautifully positioned. Hands to just his right side and was able to knock it down and gain possession.
Loved what the Bulldogs were able to do on that one. BG thought they saw a handball. The official did not agree.
Bufter off his line again. As that long ball was played forward for Dom Urich. Now the Bulldogs turn it over, but earn it back. Logan Tennant quickly up for Santerre. Cut away. And now a foul here on the Bulldogs, as ranging forward was Andrew Klopp.
Not a good spot for that foul. It's going to be about football 20, and Bedford about halfway home in half number 1, already trailing 1-0, in danger of falling behind by more. A golden opportunity here for the Cardinals.
They back it out a little bit farther, so closer to that 27 on the football field. So about halfway between the 18 and the 50. Still dangerous spot as 3 Bishop Guertin Cardinals will hover around it. And now they dissipate. Short ball, near side, and now in towards the penalty area. Lafferty will volley it to the near side, and the Cardinals will have a throw.
BG with an interesting play on that one, rather than just take the kick from the 27, a slow roller. One of the players handled it, sent it back, and really allowed a little bit more space for the kicker to attempt to send one in. But I have a soft spot in my heart for set plays that involve a little bit more. That one's one to watch out for later.
Ireland throws it deep into the box, deflected out, and over the end line for a goal kick. So Brannigan will clear it off of his back line. We'll see our first substitutions of the game. Looks like Lucas Urick will come in for Grayson Howley. And see the other number that came in. Not sure about you. Look like McComish, maybe?
That sounds good enough to me as anything. Sure.
Left wing side as the Bulldogs play it close for Hoey. Far sideline for Logan Tennant. Making a turn, Santerre tries to find Teixeira streaking down that right wing, but it's interrupted. Near side flick, stepping forward was Hoey. Jacobson now for the Bulldogs. Looking for Teixeira, that gets blocked. And moving forward now, Alex Haight. Tackled there near side, Jacobson.
That's not the first time somebody's tripped on Haight, I'll say. So it's a San Francisco in the late 60s joke, folks. Sorry. Haight trips, falls, draws the foul, and Ireland will take the kick. Sometimes the jokes just write themselves.
What do you have for Liam Ireland on a long ball here? Should we get into that?
We'll see if he gets lucky. I don't know.
Cardinal D wing plays it deep into the box, getting a foot on it. We're the Cardinals, but outside of that left post. So Brannigan will have a goal kick. That was probably a little closer than he imagined. That only missed that left post by maybe 6 or 8 inches.
I was trying my best to avoid actually physically saying the word "op" when he let the ball by him.
Mirza now on the left wing. Beautiful long ball by Hoey. Nice defensive play there by Andrew Klopp. Tough to see the numbers from up here as I made a mistake on the goal scorer.
What, you didn't think they would have subbed somebody in? I was
Maybe
trusting
we had the
you.
Starting lineup wrong? Who knows?
Yes.
Anyway,
anything's possible.
The Bulldogs have a throw in. Again, goal scorer Josh Corriveau for the BG Cardinals just 2 minutes into this game has them up 1-0 as we tick down to 16.5 in this first half. Harrington plays the far side. Down for Teixeira. Shields it off, surrounded by defenders. Harrington and Urick miscommunicate. Now it's back for Hoey.
Yeah, we've been seeing a little bit of that lately.
Tipped forward by the Cardinals, but Harrington comes away with it. Now Santerre. Near side Hoey. Tips to himself, little stutter step. Now plays for Devin Lafferty. The Cardinals step in and take it away. Jacobson in. It is offside. I think they'll let him play as Bufter comes off of his line and scoops it up. Throws it out to the right side, and the Cardinals have a little room on that right side. They'll play it forward, but it looks to be way too heavy of a touch.
Yeah, that's not been their MO to this point of the game. That one, a low line drive, kind of a worm burner. What they've been doing is sending the ball in the air and really forcing Brannigan to make a decision and letting their frontline guys run under it. on the Bedford side in the early going, what we're really kind of seeing is just they're not connecting on passes, and there just seems to be a lack of communication, a little bit of rust.
Liam Ireland ranging near side, heads it out of trouble. Challenged by Lafferty. Scoots to the inside. Still has it as his feet. Now out towards midfield. Stepped in McComish. Now he gets it back. He'll look to make a play. Santerre. Urick back to Santerre. A little 1-2. Trying for the diagonal. Right there was, I believe, no, I was going to say Ireland, but that was Will Barba, substitute on for the Cardinals. Took it in a sensitive spot, went down for a second. Now here's Logan Tennant. Near side, Nick Harrington, and now the Bulldogs are getting a little bit more possession inside Bishop Guertin territory. There, that long ball blocked by Corvo.
Bedford here chasing one. We're 26 minutes into the first half, so BG scored early. They scored about 22 minutes in, and now Bedford's still trying to find that equalizer.
Tricky ball there, played with the outside of the foot. Now one all the way back for Brannigan by Tennant. Brannigan plays it forward for Hoey. Gives himself some room. Using the Cardinals' momentum against him as Jacob Crane was in chase. Tennant, far Sakomish. All the way back to Brannigan now.
Bedford just kind of playing a bit of keep away, this one in the BG offensive end, and this time Evan Hoey will send one all the way up top, trying to find McComish, and the ball will go out of bounds. It looked like it might have nicked a BG foot on its way out. A talent of a Cardinal, but I don't think they're going to get that call. They will say goal kick.
The two officials agree. They point to the goal kick spot, so the Cardinals will clear it out from their back line.
I mean, they're a little closer than I am. So.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Look like McComish or Urick. We can't really quite tell who's over there on that left midfield. Was chasing that one down on that left wing. It is McComish. Goal kick battled for in the midfield. Corvo gets ahead on it.
I feel like everywhere I look, I see Josh Corvo.
He made a spectacular entrance into this game just 2 minutes in, scoring a marvelous goal. Volleyed off of a header, trying to clear it out. The Bedford defense didn't quite get it deep enough. It fell right to him, and he put a beautiful strike on it. Brannigan was paralyzed, had no opportunity to catch up to it, and Bishop Guertin went up 1-0 just 2 minutes into this game. Mirza now surrounded by 4 defenders.
They understand the assignment.
They sure do. Now Urick plays it forward. Almost had McComish interrupted there. Santerre scraps through 2 and 3 defenders, but it's finally cleared off that back line for a Bedford throw on the far sideline.
But if there are 4 dudes with Ali, that leaves 3 guys open. So it's a matter of finding those guys at that time and exploiting those holes in the defense.
Somebody has to have some room if 4 people are surrounding him. It's just whether or not he can find them, A, and B, actually get it to them. Trying to find at least a sliver of space to make some kind of dazzling play. Logan Tennant with the throw, far side. McComish heads it high in the air. Now forward for the Bulldogs. Santerre onto it. Tennant pops it up. Ireland for the Cardinals gets it forward. A little bit of kick action going on here, and they finally bring it down. Near side Teixeira. Nifty footwork, can't make the connection near side for Lafferty though.
It was great footwork, and Teixeira in his fancy footwork avoided being tripped, but had he been tripped, you would have had a set piece. There was certainly a swing at the leg, and that his avoidance of that is really what caused the ball to go out of bounds on the near side, as I'd be shocked if there wasn't a penalty on Matthias Jacobson. They did not call one, and a throw is coming. Ireland will take it from the near side up here. About half an hour gone by in the first half. Bedford still chasing that one, trying to answer back from the goal 2 minutes in.
Looked like, as you thought there might be a foul there, Corvo might have been a little dramatic there, trying to draw that foul. So no foul is called. BG with the throw, and now deep down the left wing, onto it, and looking for some room. Harrington tips it away. Now forward, Dom Urich, near side wing. Ireland will play the diagonal. Tipped on, it got to a BG head, but it is out of bounds just to the right of the goal, so Brannigan will have a goal kick.
Ireland was at about the football 35 and had ample opportunity to set it up. Nobody pressed him, and for the Bulldogs, that's something that you're going to have to pay heed to, is him putting a ball into the box, because that has been the MO of BG to this point, is try to play it in, get it into the back of the net. And, well, you got to put pressure on the guy that's sending it in so that he doesn't have the opportunity to act as precise as he has been.
Each of them have been quite dangerous in tough areas, inside the penalty area, looking for the back post, clearly not looking to score at all from that distance out. Here's who tries to play it down for himself, cleared to the far sideline. Bulldogs will have a throw. 9 minutes left here in the first half. 1-0 your score. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals ahead in this semifinal game over the Bedford Bulldogs. A little low in the action here, finally. It's been pretty much non-stop since that opening kickoff.
There was something called, I'm not sure what it was, but everybody stopped moving, so it must have been ball knocked out of bounds, or it wasn't whistled in for the throw, perhaps?
Either way, the Bulldogs take another throw. Komish in trouble there as he was locked in.
Right. Sometimes you see guys play it back toward the line and don't realize that the defender or the line is a defender right there, and you don't have a whole lot of room to operate.
Tennant plays the long ball, trying for Mirza. Headed down to that left wing. Onto it was Teixeira, but cleared off the back line again by the Cardinals.
Griffin Cassell had to go off his foot. It took a funny roll for the Cardinals, almost went over the end line, but fortunately he was able to knock it out of bounds, and the Bulldogs get that throw in from the corner. Tell you what, last night, Winnacunnet on the girls' side had Moxie Clifford, who was throwing it into the box from the corner, and that became a strategy for the Warriors. Try to get the throws deep in Bedford territory and see if you could convert on like a quasi throw-in, or a quasi corner kick, I should say.
See, some of these players have trained their bodies to get phenomenal throws, and it becomes a set piece instead of just restarting play and looking for your teammates. It becomes a dangerous opportunity as they can get it in close to that PK area.
Well, we have a moment. We'll let you know as well that BCTV and WBNH would like to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and Great New Hampshire Restaurants, T-Bones, and the Copper Door. I did not fall prey to the broadcaster jinx there of starting a read and having something big happen. So I am grateful to all of our underwriters for that.
And grateful for the gentleman on the field for not doing anything out of the ordinary.
It's like Vince Scully wouldn't start a story with 2 outs.
Long ball here, just a touch heavy. Over the end line for Bishop Guertin. Goal kick. Want to just make sure that people know the finals for the boys soccer Division I championship will be played right back here on Manchester Memorial Field Saturday evening at 6:45 p.m. The winner of today's matchup will take on the winner of Nashua South versus Wyndham, which will happen later this evening right here at Manchester Memorial. So those two teams will square off Saturday evening for all the marbles.
I think it is much easier to say Manchester Memorial Field than the actual name of Shabbat McDonough Field.
Yeah, we're just going to say Manchester Memorial High School.
Twister, yep.
Yeah. No offense to the Shabbat McDonough family.
Families, two families.
Plural.
Yes.
It's not hyphenated?
It is no, it's two separate people this field is named after.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, Manchester Memorial. So the Bedford Bulldogs football team will also be in action next Friday night, not this coming, but next Friday night, November 14th at 7 p.m. They earned a bye in the first round as they finished the regular season unblemished. They will likely take on Winnacunnet or Exeter next Friday evening. So tune in to BC TV for that one. Channels 8 and 1072 as well as 105.1 WBNH. Mirza now far left side on the wing, plays it back, looking for support. Nice job to earn some space, and now back to Mirza. He's triple teamed. Ball goes over the end line for another goal kick. Just 5 minutes left in this first half. 1-0 your score, the Cardinals up.
And that one, unfortunately, you had Ali, you had the left wing for the Bulldogs, and you had two sidelines, or a sideline and an end line, and all the defenders accompanying it. There wasn't really a whole lot that was going to happen from down in the corner.
Although we've seen some crazy things happen, and certainly the goal that we saw here from Josh Corvo was a strike, and it came out of nowhere. We also saw a spectacular goal in that quarterfinal game against the against the Bulldogs, as Gingro scored with just 30 seconds left in regulation. The Londonderry Lancers able to force overtime, but eventually losing in PKs. But what a spectacular goal to at least force extra time.
Crazy. If you have not seen it, go find it. It's on the BC TV YouTube channel. And it's a pretty good game to watch, but go forward to the end of that game or just about the end of regulation and you'll see it. It is a mind-blowing, beautiful goal.
His teammate Sokonic, the goal scorer earlier in the game for the Lancers, was able to go down the right wing, serve a beautiful ball basically at the far side of the 6-yard box. And Gingro, who was normally a defender, was ranging forward, trying to tie the match, and came up with the play of his career. It was outstanding. All for naught, though, as Brannigan saved 2 in PKs and helped the Bulldogs advance to this game, the semifinal matchup with these Cardinals here. The Bulldogs trail 1-0 as we tick under 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Oh, he played it across looking for a teammate, but nobody was there. Yeah, I think both Urick as well as Tennant thought the other was going to step into it. Now Hoey
seemed just kind of content to let that one go. It was not a ball that was smoked from left to right.
Harrington near side. Plays it forward. Mirza running onto it. Bufter thought about coming out. Mirza draws the double. Stepping forward nicely and interrupting that play, Andrew Klopp. All the way forward from his left D wing position. McComish plays it in. Mirza tries to get onto it, but it falls back all the way to Bo Bufter.
Word about the 2-minute hand time portion of this programming.
I mean, can we talk about Bo Bufter's name?
Yes, it is good.
That's good.
The crew on the other side really liked. Hang on, there was another name that they were fawning over as I sit here and look down the roster, but it's not coming to me.
Either way.
That's a good one, though. That might be an all-name team.
All-name team.
Division I.
Likely all-state team, as this goalkeeper has had some solid play early in this semifinal matchup. Coming out when it's right, staying home when it's right. Oh, thwarting potential as Harrington tried the long ball, and Corvo was there to step.
That couldn't have felt good for Corvo. Went right off his head.
Throw here, now near side, building from the back. Here's Chartier. Harrington. Looking for Teixeira, ranging forward was Klopp again with a header. Likely inside a minute now in this first half. The Bulldogs trail 1-0. Mirza gets free. Lefty, Bufter with the save.
Tell you what, man, that looked like it was going to be a golden opportunity. It just dribbled into the box. Mirza played it, and Bufter rebuffed it.
Mirza has scored on several of those similar plays throughout this season. Couldn't quite get there and get enough and avoid Bufter. So phenomenal play again, as we're just talking about the senior goalkeeper. Likely under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Santerre, Mirza squeaks through somehow. We'll try to get it off. Bufter there again, deflects it high and out. Fouled here as Dom Jurek tried to get onto it. Ireland was there and will draw the foul.
Yeah, Jurek was just trying to find his way to the ball and sort of dragged Ireland down Roy Williams horse collar tackle style.
You know, hey, anything that helps you get onto it if you're not going to get called. I've said many times before, you need to explore the range, the tolerance for what is going to be allowed.
I've played basketball with you. I know that about you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cable guy.
Tennant forward.
Uh-oh.
Bulldogs try to link passes. And I have to admit, the second half of this first 40 minutes, the Bulldogs came back, had a few opportunities, but unable to equalize. We'll head into halftime. We'll take a 10-minute break. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals lead 1-0 in this state semifinal. We'll see you on the other side for more Division I boys soccer action.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or CopperDoor.com.
Welcome back to Manchester Memorial High School here in Manchester, New Hampshire, as the state semifinal soccer game between the Bedford Bulldogs and the Bishop Guertin Cardinals is going on. The Cardinals lead 1-0 at halftime. That one goal scored just 2 minutes into this contest. Josh Corvo, a phenomenal volley just high of the 18-yard box. Incredibly well struck, goes high over Tucker Brannigan's head. And the Cardinals, again, just 2 minutes into this game, took a 1-0 lead. Back and forth affair through much of that first half, with the Bulldogs trying what they could late in the half to force a knotted score into halftime. Bo Bufter, though, in goal for the Cardinals, doing a phenomenal job rebuffing, as my colleague said a few different times, each and every one of the Bulldogs' chances. Backline play, Liam Ireland in a phenomenal Cardinals as well. Some standouts for the Bulldogs. Mirza got onto it a few times, tried to get some. Norris Santerre with a few opportunities, as well as Jacobson. The backline played solidly, but not solidly enough as they trail 1-0 here at halftime. The Division I bracket is filled out like this. Nashua South got a bye into the quarterfinal round. They took on Exeter and advanced in overtime. They will take on Wyndham, the number 4 seed, who beat Merrimack in that quarterfinal round. Obviously, Bedford advanced here over Londonderry. That was decided by penalty kicks, and Bishop Guertin beat Hanover also in penalty kicks. Numbers 1 through 4 seeds have advanced here in this state semifinal. The winners of these two games tonight will take on each other on Saturday for the championship. That will be right back here at Manchester Memorial, 6:45 p.m. for any of those folks that want to venture down here and catch on some phenomenal high school boys soccer. Lauren, any other thoughts from that first half as we reviewed the scoring, the setup, how the two teams got here? What do you anticipate seeing here in the second half?
It was kind of a bit of a lapse of focus early on for the Bulldogs, and you hate to see it, but unfortunately it's what happened. And Corvo was locked in, and we've seen him as an impact player throughout the game. He's a big body, kind of seems like he's everywhere. So for Bedford, what you're really going to need to do is try to find somebody who's not Ali or Gabe Teixeira to score the goal for you. And nothing against them, but those guys are drawing 2, 3, even 4 defenders. You're going to have to find a way to pass out of that, put the ball in the cage, and get a rebound, score a goal. Not just score 1, score 2. You don't want to necessarily go to overtime or PKs, because all kinds of strange things can happen there.
We know flukes can happen. We know odd goals can be scored. We saw a couple of those throughout this early part of the Division I bracket. So we are just about underway. For all of those folks tuning in to WBNH 105.1, please stay tuned for Figure 8 with DJ Clementine right after the conclusion of this game. We'll be back to our normal programming. Until that time, it is Division I boys semifinal soccer action here from Manchester Memorial. 40 minutes back on the board. We are underway here in the second half as the Bulldogs play it all the way back to Evan Hoey, and they build with some possession to start this second half. Santerre back to Tennant. Hoey gets in a little bit of trouble, trips himself up, and now an early opportunity again here for the Cardinals. Nobody onto it. They ran over it. Corvo was there again, and now on a counter strike, Teixeira is out. On a break, he is offside, though, as the far side linesman had his flag up.
It wasn't, and he's got his hands on his head right now at about the football 35. The ball was sent into the middle. It was Ryan Neary who had broken free past Hoey. Opportunity on net because Brannigan had come out, looked toward the middle, found Trenton Cormier, and Cormier just whiffed on it. And he is distraught about that, as I would be. You're cool as a cucumber. You wouldn't be, but I'd be apoplectic in that instance. So
Ireland, a huge ball in for the Cardinals, headed down, and Brannigan able to take that one harmlessly near his goal line. Nearly rolls it out to Hoey with an oncoming defender. Tennant plays it back to Brannigan. As you said, cool as a cucumber there. Brannigan clears it out with an oncoming attacker for the Cardinals. That was one of those fluke goals that we talked about. Brannigan trying to clear it out from his own end against Winnicunnet. One of the oncoming attackers got in the right spot at the right time. It glanced off his back and trickled into the goal.
Yeah,
for a very strange goal.
Nightmare fuel.
Didn't really amount to much as the Bulldogs were ahead safely 4-0 at the time. The Winnicunnet Warriors got another late goal from their goalie, no less, as Sully Duffy had ranged forward. Was quite a player for them and keeping the Warriors in it throughout that game. Despite the score, he had played quite well and actually scored for the Warriors late in that contest.
And I was told by Stu Pepper last night that that wasn't the first goal that he scored for them this season.
Is that right?
Yeah, so he is
amazing.
He's a competitor, and I don't know what his plans are for next year. Obviously, he's a senior, but he's one that you kind of see a bright future doing something for. He's a hustler.
Get him on the football field, he'll be hitting 68-yard field goals.
Notice how in 2025 we went right from 66 to 68 yards. Nobody kicked a 67-yard field goal.
Yeah, I mean,
of all things.
Unbelievable. You know, I actually did note this recently, that they've changed the allowance for the footballs that are being used in the kicking game in the NFL. So that could have a little something to do with it, as they're not as strict on what is put out there. Now, you know, I'm not talking about
basketball material now.
I'm not talking about Deflategate or anything.
Flat, yeah.
But these are balls that have been used before that can be worn in by the kickers. They don't have to be fresh out of the bag from the manufacturer.
Still, 68 yards getting it through the uprights.
Amazing.
I mean,
I think he had 4 or 5 yards to spare on that thing, too.
If you grabbed people in here and said fire a T-shirt cannon through the uprights, most people couldn't do it.
Foul here on Teixeira. You hear some of the near side fans very happy about that one, as Teixeira was battling for that loose ball on the near sideline. He will get called for the foul, and Liam Ireland will come over for the free kick. Back and forth here in these opening minutes in the second half, just 4 minutes in. Bishop Guertin again ahead 1-0 at halftime and still hold that margin. Ireland, long ball. Lafferty gets ahead on it for the Bulldogs. Tennant Clears it out near sideline.
At BCTV and WBNH, we want to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and Great New Hampshire Restaurants, T-Bones, and the Copper Door. Thank you to the player who sent that ball through the goal mouth and over the far sideline for not resulting in a goal, because that would have been really bad.
Good timing there. Yep. Thank you so much. Luis Haas was down on the right wing.
Yep.
Nice ball crossed through the middle, and it did not make a connection for the Cardinals. So your read was not interrupted. Haas now onto
No,
it.
the soccer game was not interrupted by our fans who are watching in Nashville, no less.
Tennant near side, defends. Ball goes off of him. Tennant with a little shove on the way out, so not sure if they will. I was going
to say, I'd be surprised if we didn't see a foul, and also with the way that he sort of finished it, I'm surprised that it's just a foul. But yeah, it kind of verges on unsportsmanlike. What, are we getting soft here in my old age? No.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is the state semifinals here, Lauren. We want to see these kids play. We don't want to see cards given out for measly little pushes here and there. Here's Liam Ireland. Diagonal to that back post, through everybody, well defended there by the Bulldogs, and it goes over the end line for a goal kick.
It was defended well by the Bulldogs, but kind of surprising that nobody from BG went after it with a little bit more vigor.
No vigor extended. It does go out. And Hoey is now in trouble on the far sideline, shields it nicely, and now gets it into the middle. Tipped forward, but intercepted as it went towards no one. Lafferty comes forward. Deflects it back to that Bishop Guertin back line.
I will say the difference in the game so far has been BG's back line and their ability to flip the field or switch it. But they have been the ones making the most significant difference to this point in the game.
That back line, Guidry, Ireland, Castle, and Klopp doing a phenomenal job defending all evening.
That ball held in bounds by, I believe it was it Ireland over there, but did it with the back of his foot, right? It would look like for all the world it was going to go over the end line, and he did an Irish step dance and somehow managed to keep it in. It was a masterwork.
Appropriate for somebody named Leon Ireland. Taking a shot here by Corvo was Santerre, so earning a free kick for the Bulldogs.
And for our audio cast listeners, the scoreboard still says the first half. Our scoreboard operator has actually fallen asleep. So with that said, it is actually in the second half. That is where we are right now. So if you're listening to the audio cast or watching that screen, just know that we have now played just over 7 minutes here in the second. BG still leads at 1-0.
Again, if you're joining us here on 105.1 WBNH, we want you to stay tuned for Figure 8 with DJ Clementine right after the conclusion of this game.
I am not familiar with that show. Is it about ice skating music that's used in routines?
Good
I'm
guess.
sure somebody will set me straight shortly.
Played here, Teixeira onto it. Bufter had to head it as it was outside the box. Tripping over the ball was Jacobson, but gets back onto it. Played forward, Mirza, intercepted. Cleared deep by the BG back line. And now forward with it is Neary. Falls down, gets right back up, and waits for reinforcements.
The scoreboard now says second half, I'm told. So for those who are wondering, it has been changed.
Thank you. Appreciate that update. Hoey takes a strong challenge.
It's getting physical back there. BG is getting physical, and they're leading 1-0. They're trying to add to the lead. Corvo aggressively going after one, but he finds it knocked away from him.
And you can imagine, again, that this championship is on the line, or at least an opportunity to play for it as we are in the semifinals. This is a win or go home, and you can imagine the physical play and shoulder-to-shoulder collisions, the energy, the effort, the attitude. It's all going to ramp up here. Santerre challenged in the midfield by Alex Haight. Goes all the way to the far sideline. Good battle there, but we're going to get a foul. believe that was Dom Urich with the foul.
Yeah,
Ireland.
that was one that looked like it could have gone either way. I would say that Dom was sort of the second man in. He had been manhandled a bit and finished the job. And as you know, it's always the second guy in who gets whistled.
Or the guy that clearly makes a foul. So
yes.
Ireland will take the free kick for the Cardinals. Stands casually over it. Now the far side official linesman will urge Ireland to bring it back about 5 yards or so. He does so as seconds tick off. 10 minutes into this second half. 1-0 your score. The Cardinals over the Bulldogs. That goal coming just 2 minutes in to that first half. Phenomenal volley by Josh Corriveau to put the Cardinals up.
And that can really change the tenor of a game, that early goal.
The Bulldogs with a little something brewing here. Diagonal pass all the way to Mirza. He's got room and opportunity. Gets through 1 and 2, but then finally bodied out. The ball trickled back to Bo Bufter. Somewhat harmlessly as Mirza was trying to get through that last line of defense to get a shot off. Nothing came of it.
It almost looked like he would have had a good opportunity taking it wide a little bit and went into the middle, right into the teeth of the BGD.
He also had Dom Urich on that far right wing, streaking down and looking to find some open space. And now the Bulldogs will have a quick restart, but the foul was farther back, so the official will slow things down.
Got to give a shout out while we're here to the staff working at the Snack Shack here at Memorial High School, doing a wonderful job.
Well,
and
how so?
Course,
how so?
The hot chocolate, excellent. The hot dogs, very good. And they managed to get a whole lot of people through that at halftime. Of course, not taking anything away from our Bedford Bulldog Athletic Booster Club and their strong performance in the Snack Shack all season long, almost for just about any sporting event there. No one might have been a handball on Hoey, but nothing called. Sends it back near side to Logan Tennant.
Bulldogs trying to establish possession inside Bishop Guertin territory. Long ball here.
Hey, you want to push her?
None of the forwards were ready to run onto it, so Bufter will play it down and wait for a challenge. Enjoying a 1-0 lead here with 28 minutes left in this semifinal game. Bufter will punt it high in the air over midfield. Massive punt from the senior goalie.
And Neary and Evan Hoey both went up for it, and it looked like they just knocked heads, and Hoey is down on his back writhing in pain, and the trainer will come on out to check on him. But that one, sometimes on a ball like that where it's 50-50 and two guys are going up, that is going to be the outcome, and you hate to see it though.
Hard-fought game. You have to expect physical contact, especially on those headers, with no head protection here in the game of soccer. So that skull-to-skull collision is going to happen every once in a while. No ill intent from Ryan Neary.
Oh no, not at all. That's in the flow of play. Figure eight, by the way, is alternative music. It is not in any way related to figure skating.
It's not figure skating?
No. There is a show that airs on Saturday night though called Double Axel and Triple Saltkelp. That one is about figure skating.
Okay, all right.
As Evan Hoey gets to his feet and he is walking off gingerly, but you never like to see that. You saw it the other night in the Washington Commanders game when Jaden Daniels went down just writhing in pain, and that's not something that I guess you'd rather see that than no movement after somebody knocks a head, but you certainly don't want to see a guy writhing in pain. So good to see him on his feet walking off the field on his own power.
Likely will go off to the sideline for a moment or two to collect his senses. We'll see if he re-enters. For now, Lucas Urich will take on that center back position. Tucker Brannigan will clear things off of his back line on the restart. Far side, Harrington ranges forward into the box, headed away by the Cardinals. Santerre stuffs it, goes back for Ireland. He plays it up that left sideline.
Tell you, I didn't know Ryan Neary running around, or notice Ryan Neary running as much as he is running here in the second half, but in the first half, but he is running like he just chugged a six-pack of Monsters at halftime. Like he's like Roy, he's going full Roy Kent mode. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere.
And that Energizer Bunny energy is really providing a spark for this Bishop Guertin Cardinal team. They know they cannot quit, so they see him leading the way. Neary, the junior forward, showing the hustle that's needed. Throw in now, far sideline for the Bulldogs, still 1-0. Bishop Guertin Cardinals leading Bulldogs in the semifinal game. Owley plays it near side for Logan Tennant. He's got a lot of time and a lot of space. Steps on it, pulls it back. Jacobson, he'll pull the trigger. Tried to squirt it through to Mirza, but that is interrupted. Now back to Jacobson. Howley now.
And if you're Bedford, BG's got about 7 guys on right around the 18. It seems like your best bet is to try to get one on the cage and get a rebound.
Talked about that park the bus kind of strategy. Looks like the Cardinals have that 4 back, but their holding mid is playing very conservatively as well.
I mean, they're doing the equivalent of playing 8 in the box in football.
And relying on these massive clears to relieve some pressure.
The other thing that they're doing is they're all holding a line right around the 18, making it nearly impossible for, they're taking the speed of Teixeira and Mirza out of the equation, and they're almost willing to do that, leave that back line there, and nobody can float ahead of it.
Throw in now, Nick Harrington, far sideline for the Bedford Bulldogs. Connects with the feet of a teammate up on that far side, looked like Jacobson.
Let's go, BJ!
Dom Urich with the throw now. Santerre, middle of the field. Challenged out front by Corriveau. Logan Tennant serves Santerre. Touch inside. Crossed just over the crossbar. Near side lefty attempt. I believe that was Devin Lafferty.
Yeah, it was Lafferty. That was a well-designed play by Bedford, ultimately resulting in that shot. It was Tennant starting with it, Santerre then sending it through to Lafferty, and Lafferty putting a left foot on it. You just want it a little bit inside of that so that somebody can have an opportunity to finish, because that angle is certainly a tough one.
Corriveau now, after the goal kick for the Cardinals, he'll send it forward. Logan Tennant all the way back. Volleys it back for Brannigan. Corriveau brings it down near side. Here's Luis Haas trying to get some space for himself. Squirts free. Lafferty back to Tennant. Back to Lafferty. Trying to keep it on that near sideline, but it does go out. Or do we have a foul? I believe they're going to call a foul. Or no, it's out of bounds. Near side though.
Yeah, there was a foul called, but I'm unclear as to what it was.
Could have been an offside. I didn't see the flag go up, but no. Either way, the Bulldogs will restart. Now it's all the way on that far sideline. Dom Urich tries to get the angle. Shielded off nicely by the Bishop Guertin defender. Can't quite see numbers from here. Ireland comes away with it, plays it forward for Corriveau. Corriveau looking to free his striker, but intercepted nicely by Bulldog defense. Dom Urich on that far side now. Chases it down and forces a play out on that far sideline. It was either Guidry or another Bishop Guertin defender. Bulldogs with a throw about even with the 18-yard box on that right wing. Played down, now served in. Ireland with the header. Now it will go out of bounds for a Cardinal throw-in.
Bedford trying to do what they can to control it, set up set plays in BG's end. It's just tough. They're dealing with so many Cardinals, and eventually they're going to have to make some changes, pull guys up, get serious about it. They're trailing 1-0, but only about 22.5 minutes remaining in this contest.
Potentially see a formation change here. Although the Bulldogs have just a 3-back situation right now, perhaps they would move one of their midfielders forward to get a 3-forward look. Again, put as much forward as they possibly can.
And I don't know if Bedford has had a corner kick to this point in the game. Is that? I don't think they have.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
So BG has done right in that regard.
22 minutes to go here in this second half. Cardinals lead 1-0. Yes, you're absolutely right. The Cardinals have been playing good enough defense to keep it out of the goal as well as preventing any corner kicks. So solidly played by that back line. Championship again is here on Saturday evening, 6:45 start. The other semifinal between Nashua South and Wyndham will be played right after this game. So if you're in Manchester and a soccer junkie, come on down and watch that second semifinal. Tennant steps forward, steps in front of the ball played towards that right wing.
Nicely played ball by Lafferty that got knocked out by BG.
Santerre avoids a foul or two. Now cuts it back to his left. Teixeira interrupted, and as we spoke about those corner kicks, the Bulldogs have their first of the evening. Santerre will take it from the near corner to right footer in-swinger. Just about 20 minutes into this second half. They play it short. Santerre to Teixeira. Back to Santerre. Blocked by Bishop Guertin, defender, and then cleared from harm. Hoey, near side. Shielded out and away. Nice play on the near sideline by Ryan Neary to earn the throw.
So that one of Bedford's plays, and in theory, a good call there, but unfortunately it just doesn't materialize for the Dogs in that instance.
Folks who have heard me or have talked to me about that short corner know that I'm not a big fan. Every once in a while it wins, but to me it seems like it's far less percentage than just playing it in and looking for a teammate's head. I digress a little bit. PKs are your pet peeve.
Oh, PKs are my bugaboo. Yes.
Short corners are my pet peeve. And now the Cardinals earn a corner for
on their end.
Their end, far sideline. Again, 1-0 is the score at this point in time. We just want to make sure we thank our underwriters before this corner. BCTV and BNH would like to thank the underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. That's Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and Great New Hampshire Restaurants. That's T-Bones and the Copper Door. Corner was high and deep to the far side of the 6-yard box, headed down, but not in a threatening manner. And Cardinals regroup.
And it was once again Corvo with the header on that one. He has been all over the place, and he is in a football player body playing soccer. Somehow that ball gets away and it's sent in. I didn't see how the Bulldogs lost the ball on that restart, but sure enough they did. And BG takes advantage and now leads it 2-0 with about 19 minutes to go. Did you catch that restart?
I sure did. Brannigan tried to restart it quickly, tried to play a long ball forward. Liam Ireland read it beautifully, saw that Brannigan was well out of his net, and put it right on the cage. It found the back of the net. 2-0 is your score on a phenomenal play by senior defender Liam Ireland.
You kind of got the idea that Ireland was going to play a role in another goal coming. You just didn't quite figure that he was going to be there at that time and do it. Sure enough, Brannigan out of position. There wasn't a whole lot he could do from where he was.
The hole gets deeper. 2-0 is your score. The Cardinals go up with just 19 minutes remaining here in this semifinal matchup. And the Bulldogs, you'll see, are going to start pressing.
And BG leaving their last line of defense further and further out, making it harder and harder on Bedford. Here's Neary with a full head of steam.
Plays it forward, looking to be offside. No flag up, but no play on the ball. Brannigan comes out, clears it away. Harrington far side. They look to quickly counter-strike. Under 20 minutes to go here as the Bulldogs need to make something happen on the offensive end. Harrington plays it through the middle. Volleyed out of the way. Long ball forward. Hoey back. He's able to head it back to Brannigan. Near side, Tennant plays it out.
This, unfortunately, for the Bulldogs, trailing 2-0. They're now at a point in the game where it feels like the minutes tick by like seconds.
Forward here from Jacob Crane, you mentioned. Just absolute hustle by Ryan Neary. They have Crane playing top now, who's going to be running as fast as he can as we get an offside call on the Cardinals. Oh, he plays it to start. Harrington now. Far side. Tip forward, interrupted. And now through to that back line. Mirza tries to get onto it. Played out of bounds on that far side by Andrew Klopp.
Smart play by Klopp. Just cleared it as far away as he could get it and neutralized Mirza there.
Far side, played in front, but blocked. I believe that's Teixeira. It's taken away.
And if you had a hustle board field and you're looking for things like blocks, BG is dominating in that category. Bedford's having a really hard time penetrating that back line. BG is just constantly there.
Nice job by that back line, getting in the way, deflecting balls, intercepting balls, moving them forward, heads, feet, backs, sides, whatever it is, getting in the way and foiling any offensive opportunity.
There was a head.
Teixeira couldn't pull it down. Now Jacobson harasses and earns the throw for the Bulldogs. 2-0 is your score. First half goal, actually first minute goal by Josh Corriveau. And just moments ago, Liam Ireland, a beautiful strike from 40 or 50 yards out from the cage, was able to cash in over the head of Brannigan.
Now Gavin Odell in, Logan Tennant out, with the idea that the big body Odell might be able to help out, punch one in. He scored a couple on corner kicks this year, but of course you need one in order for him to get one.
Santerre now, far side. Jacobson forward. Mirza on the right wing. Little stop and go. Off his own feet, and it will be a goal kick. Good defense there by that back line. I believe it was Ireland on that back left side.
It was a stop and go and a little bit too much go.
Might have been James Guidry back there as well. Corriveau, header forward. Odell helps get it out of harm's way, ticking down to 15 minutes now. 2-0 your score. Bishop Guertin ahead of the Bulldogs. Semi-final game, the first of two this evening at Manchester Memorial. The second one will take place just after this between Nashua South and Wyndham. Finals will be played on Saturday evening at 6:45 p.m. right back here at Manchester Memorial.
At this point in the game, if you're Bedford, you want to follow the John Wooden, be quick, don't hurry. And what we're seeing now from Bedford is they're trying to score 2 goals at the same time. You got to get one before you can get a second one. So
that's kind of how that works. They play the restart quickly. Far side Harrington played in. Got close to Mirza. Faked the hand up to see if he could distract Bo Bufter to no effect as Bufter punched it out of that far sideline. Harrington pressured, taken away. Moved forward, here's Jacob Crane. He's got time, he's got space, he's waiting for help, but surrounded by 3 Bedford players. They earn it back.
But he did just enough to flip the field by himself, and now Bedford's got to make a march down the other way to get something going on offense.
Try to reestablish some position. Neary, near side. Tries to volley it, but it is far too high, far too far to the right. Brannigan starts quickly again.
Neary with that burst of speed to get around, but couldn't get his shoulders around the ball to get an effective shot.
Here's a triple teamed. It's taken away. Urich regains possession for the Bulldogs. Far side, Jacobson now. He'll play that long diagonal, looking for Mirza up top. It finds the foot of a Cardinal defender. Ireland plays it forward now. Here's Crane. Offside on that far sideline. People are groaning about it, but it was quite clear he had a 5-yard lead. And offside is called.
I didn't think he was off when the ball was kicked. It was chipped, and there wasn't a whole lot to it, but it certainly looked like he was closer than 15 feet.
Offside is called either way. Bulldogs restart it. Urich volleys it. Now Crane brings it down. Back to Urich, far side now. Jacobson, Santerre. Forward for Mirza. He's onto it in the box. Pulls it back, waits for help. Lefty service into the middle. Teixeira hits off his chest, but he can't do much more of it, and it's cleared out. Urich comes forward, earns it back. Santerre now. Harrington. Near side, Howley. Looking for the left wing. Lafferty can't come away with it. Now Odell. Looking for Teixeira, picked off nicely. Stepping into that lane was Griffin Castle. And he comes forward trying to burn some time off the clock. Harrington takes it away. Santerre. Chipped forward. Blocked away and out. 11.5 to go. 2-0 is your score. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals ahead over the Bulldogs. State semifinal action, again, the first of 2 here tonight. Teixeira now pulls it down, tries to get to his right foot, played out nicely. Foiling that attempt, Griffin Castle again kicks it far outside the near sideline. Quick opportunity for all those WBNH listeners out there. Please stay tuned for Figure 8 with DJ Clementine. That's right after the conclusion of this game. We'll get back to normal programming here on this Wednesday evening. Somewhat of an upset here this evening brewing as the number 3 Bishop Guertin Cardinals ahead 2-0 on the number 2 Bedford Bulldogs as we entered this state semifinal. That was only on account of the Bulldogs tying 4 times. Bishop Guertin tying twice and losing twice. Otherwise, all wins for both squads. Heavy in the double-digit columns throughout the regular season. Hoey chips it ahead for himself. Cuts back to his left. Pass ahead, foiled.
Good idea. He was just trying to thread the needle, but that hasn't been there all night for the Bulldogs, unfortunately.
And that eye of the needle gets narrower and narrower as Bishop Guertin brings more and more defenders back and really trying to prevent any kind of spark that might give some hope. We've talked about that 2-goal lead being the most dangerous. Given Bishop Guertin's defense tonight, I'm not sure it's looking too dangerous at this point.
Pretty comfortable, buddy.
Yeah.
9.5 minutes to go. BG on top by 2. Like I would put their win probability fairly high. Bedford's just got to find a way to get through that back line, and it hasn't happened to that point. And the deeper we get into this game, the further the back line pushes up, and the more sort of neutralized Mirza and Teixeira are.
Wait, can we get some actuaries in here so we can see what that percentage is, the win percentage is at this point in time?
I mean, they show it on ESPN.
Yeah,
so,
I know,
but
I know.
Just not for this.
I love that stat.
It's a neat stat.
Goal kick here for the Bulldogs. They restart quickly. Hoey in the middle. He had to go out briefly earlier in this second half as he had a head-to-head collision. Tried to play one forward. Here's Crane, he's offside.
I was going to say that one, he was no doubt offsides. He, at the start of that play, was about 3 yards off.
Near side linesman had his flag up. It is flagged down, and now the Bulldogs have restarted. Harrington on the far side will try to play the cross in. Looking for Santerre near the PK mark, but it's cleared out and away. Odell on it now as it was cleared all the way back to the Bedford back line. Brannigan. Jacobson. Hoey gets tackled from behind. They will call it. There was a lot of ball there, so players not necessarily happy about it, but a foul. Looked like that was
tripped up
Cormier.
Yep.
Harrington will try another diagonal into the box. Nothing but white jerseys around it as it settled in. Jacobson onto it. Throw in Bedford, far sideline. 7.5 to go. 2-0 lead for Bishop Guertin.
I mean, there are 9 BG Cardinals from the football 15, or actually 10 if you count the keeper, from the football 15 to the goal line. So it's tough. It's nearly impenetrable, and the only guy you have up top is Crane for the Cardinals.
Looks like the Bulldogs' only resort here is going to be a long strike, and Bufter has been solid back there in cage, making several saves. Clearing it out as far as possible as that last clearance hit the top of the building on the far sideline. Perhaps trying to get it over it next time.
BG with a steal, and now they're going back the other way.
Odell settles, Shields, plays it back to Brannigan. Back to Odell, who has time and space. He brings it forward. Cormier funnels him to the sideline. Lafferty in the middle. Santerre tries to play it wide for Mirza. It's intercepted. Hoey back with it. Jacobson back heels it far side. Here's Harrington playing it forward. Making a run. Losing out. And now the Cardinals with a 3-on-2 counter strike. Ooh, offside. Looked like Brannigan comes way out.
He was most certainly offside on that one, but
near side official has his hand down, no flag up. Either way, some tense moments there for Brannigan as he had to make a slide tackle just 10 yards into his own territory. Crossing pass there by Uric foiled. 5:40 to go in this game. 2-0 your score. The Cardinals lead the Bulldogs here in this state semifinal soccer action. Goals coming again early. Just 2 minutes into this game from Josh Corvo. A phenomenal volley just outside the 18-yard box. An absolute snipe that Brannigan had really no chance to catch up to. That set the tone for the rest of this game.
I mean, at that point in time, it felt like BG was playing with house money. They had a level of swagger, level of confidence, and made things tough. These two teams know each other. Obviously, you have a lot of kids who related to one another, or the two teams will share a practice field, so the teams are familiar with one another. But when you can come out and establish early and take that lead early, it makes all the difference.
Opportunity here now for Neary. Brannigan well out of his cage, slide tackles it away.
Great play, Brannigan, on that one. Neary is such an offensive weapon with that speed.
These teams, players grew up playing with each other, probably still do play with each other on various clubs, teams around the New England area. 5 minutes and under now as the clock continues to tick. And the window is slowly closing on the Bedford Bulldogs season. 2-0 your score. Again, that Josh Corvo goal in the first half. Liam Ireland with the second half snipe at 19 minutes. The Bulldogs had tried to restart quickly. We're going to stop the clock here as some shenanigans deep in the right end. for the Bulldogs. They get a foul and want to restart quickly, so they're scrambling for the ball. But Ireland, we've talked about having an impact throughout the game, mostly on the defensive end, but again, we saw him right place, right time, hop on a great opportunity and scored the second one. Now the Bulldogs will give up a corner here as they're fiddling around in their own end. Can't clear it out quickly enough or efficiently enough.
And that's unfortunately been a really consistent theme for Bedford, that they are really taking a little bit too much time to get it out and not being able to compete with the speed of Ryan Neary. Not certain what's going on down in the corner.
They just took a short corner, tapped it to each other, and now they're going to fiddle around with the time. Really not necessary at this point. They're ahead 2-0.
It looked like a Greco-Roman wrestling match had broken out down there.
They'll take the throw here, keeping Bedford forced way back in their deep end, and you can't really score if it's that far back, and the Bedford Bulldogs will commit a foul here, and we'll stop it. We'll get a card here on Dom Urich. He'll get sent off momentarily. Looked like he was just trying to get position there. I'm surprised the card comes out there, but I think this official doesn't want any shenanigans late here in the game.
Yeah, he was tired of what was going on. I'm sure he hears a bit more than we do, with players jawing back and forth at one another, and that was just a way of him planting his flag in the ground and saying, all right, enough of this. We're not going to have anybody with a frustration, fists of fury late in the game.
Good reference to an old Nintendo game right there. I love it. So a free kick on that far side, just outside the 18. Under 5 minutes to go here in this game. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals lead 2-0 in the state semifinals. They will likely advance to play on Saturday evening, 6:45 start for the championship. They'll face the winner of tonight's second game between Nashua South and Wyndham. They'll take the field here momentarily. Good opportunity out front. The Bulldogs, again, scrambling on that back line. Cardinals keeping several defenders back, not too worried about getting forward for yet another goal. Stop the clock here for some substitutions.
And by my count, about 1:20 remaining in the game, but we did have some stoppage time, I think, so I don't think it'll be a true 5 minutes, but my guess is you'll have a little bit of stoppage time.
Coach Pepper putting in some substitutes as well to get some playing time for some of these players late in the season. Throw in will go near the end line. It did go over the end line, so it will be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. They're playing out of their own end for much of the last 5 minutes here, just unable to put anything together to really give themselves an opportunity. Harrington, far sideline, plays it forward. Ireland can't quite get to it. Teixeira onto it. Pulls it back. Interrupted there nicely. Andrew Klupp.
That's something we haven't seen as much of throughout the game today, but for the Bulldogs, they've needed it. Sort of high-powered, high-speed offense that just at times has gone away.
2-0 your score. Corner kick batted away. Bo Bufter, excuse me. Now Mirza in the middle of 5 people. Bufter again. Nicely positioned, ranges to his low left. Gathers it in for another save. Mirza just not enough tonight. As Bufter and the Bishop Guertin Cardinal defense, right place, right time throughout these 80 minutes.
By my count, we've passed 5 minutes, but I know we did have some stoppage time, and a Bedford player is sent sprawling to the deck. No foul called. Actually, maybe there was a foul called.
I think we got an obstruction call there late. Now Santerre tries the quick restart. They'll stop the clock again. We've had several of those in this last 5 minutes. Official getting the appropriate 10 yards for Santerre as he has this free kick to the top right of Bufter. Santerre now looking far post, puts his hand in the air, scoops through it. Nicely served in right to the 6-yard box. Bufter couldn't come out, but no head there for the Bulldogs. Nobody close enough to get a clear shot, and now it'll be played over the end line for a goal kick, and we've got to be nearing the end. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals ahead 2-0 very late in this semifinal game.
BG has been blocking everything, heading everything. They've really made it somewhat of an impenetrable fortress, trying to get even anything in the 6. If Bufter gets it, he's got ample time, and it's a shot from far away, too.
What do you think, Fort Knox or something even more impenetrable?
I'm thinking, yeah, maybe more so.
Alcatraz?
Alcatraz would probably be more apt. I don't know.
The Bulldogs commit a foul here. Ireland will take his time, as he should. Long strike down to the deep left corner. Brannigan ranges out. Gathers it in. Rolls it out for Urich. Hoey now back to Mirza. Just over midfield. Draws a crowd as he has all evening, and now Klopp will bring it forward. Here's Shane Ireland deep on the right corner. Shielded out by Hoey. Goal kick for Brannigan. Tries to get it forward quickly, but nobody's there except for a white jersey. That was Neary trying to play the diagonal, looking for a cutter on that left wing. Odell serves it forward, lefty. Santerre tries to chase it down, but again, nothing but white jerseys around. Tennant all the way back. And now we're playing kickball. We've seen it ping pong back and forth. And there it is, 3 whistles from the official at midfield. The game is over. First semifinal in the books. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals victorious this evening. 2-0 your score, and the Bedford Bulldogs, despite a good season, will fall short of their ultimate goal. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals advance to the finals on Saturday evening. Goals this evening by Josh Corriveau. Phenomenal strike just 2 minutes into the game. And then Liam Ireland here in the second half put the Bishop Cardinals up 2-0, an insurmountable lead. The Bedford Bulldogs unable to muster any offense. Lauren, any final thoughts on this game?
You know, when you fall behind 1-0, 2 minutes into the game, there's a big momentum shift, there's a big mindset shift, and for Bedford, that was a little bit too much to overcome. BG then was able to change their strategy a bit and really focus on neutralizing Teixeira and Mirza up top, and at that point in time, it made things very challenging for Bedford. Falling behind 1-0, it was just a matter of not clearing a ball, and a beautiful goal by Corriveau. While we have a second, I want to take a moment and thank our underwriters of BCTV and WBNH for supporting our live sports coverage. Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate in New Hampshire, and Great New Hampshire Restaurants, T-Bones, and the Copper Door.
As we're wrapping up, just want to thank everybody that's helped us with this broadcast tonight. Andrew Fenn back in the studio helping out with production. Bill Jennings here on camera, as well as Dylan Smith from Nashua ETV. Appreciate everybody tuning in this evening. For Lauren Fox, I'm Corey Munster-Tiger. The Bulldogs fall in the state semifinals. They'll have to regroup for next season. Until then, and until our next broadcast, I'm Corey Munster-Tiger. Have a great evening, everybody.